everyone can hear me, see me. We're going to get started in a minute here. This is Greg and Debbie coming at you teaching from outside of Baltimore, Maryland. We train at the Shotokan Karate Club of Maryland. I'm happy that we were asked to teach in karate at home once again here. So we've got a nice training prepared for you. We'll go as usual for about an hour. So if you're ready to train, go ahead and find your spot. You have another minute or so to stretch out, warm up.
You guys, if you see our feed and you can hear us okay, just give us a thumbs up. Once we start seeing those roll in, we'll get the class started.
Always like to make sure there's no big glitches before we start. So that's it. Again, if you are hearing me and ready to go, just clear your spot to train, do some last minute stretching, and we're going to work a little bit on thinking about some turning techniques, thinking about how those pop up in kata, some driving from the back leg, but kind of in a different way maybe than we focused on before. So that's it. I'm just going to do a little bit of my own last minute stretching, but let us know again if you can give us a comment or thumbs up to let us know that you can hear and see us. That'll help out so we know that the feed's working.
Alright guys, we're going to get started with the warm-up, and then I'm going to just double-check our feed. So let's just bow in together. Can we come up?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Alright, Masubadachi. Great. Alright, so I'll warm up. Do you want to check the camera to see we get some thumbs up and stuff?
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so arms forward. So again, if you can see and hear us okay, just give us a thumbs up. Kind of waiting for some feedback. Arms back. And a big twist. Yame, feet apart, stretch. Switch sides. All good. Down. You can come in, I guess. And back. Up. All right, left leg bent, long, low front stance or lunge, whatever you prefer. Rotate toward the bent leg. Full face, push forward. Try to get a nice stretch in those hip flexors. Down if you want. All right, from here, stay down and just rotate your hips. Right toes up. All right, now let's switch sides. So extend your bent leg, bend the opposite leg. So right leg bent. Long, low front stance or lunge position. Okay, rotate forward. Okay, push towards the bent leg. Gonna get a nice stretch on the opposite side hip flexors. Hands down. All right, now let's rotate. Keep your right leg bent, left toes up towards the ceiling. All right, now gently push into a squat. I like to have my toes out. You can have your toes in, it's up to you. From this position, do what's comfortable. Rock back and forth, push on your legs, just stretch your adductors. All right, now toes in if they're not already. Put your hands down, straighten up your legs. Try to keep some part of your hands on the floor if you can. All right, now feet together. And slowly stand up. And shake it out. All right, I'm just going to check our feed, and then we're going to get started. Okay, I think we're okay. Ready? So let's bow back in. Masugurachi, right? All right, let's get warmed up. So left hand out, right hand on your hip. Hey, punching chokuzuki. Punching to the stomach. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sich, touch, ku, ju, ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sich, touch, ku, ju. Hi, shake it out. Good. Shizentai. Once more, left hand out, right hand on your hip. Hi, chokuzuki joran, punching to the chin. Keep your shoulders down. I just tense the stomach. The last moment of the technique. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sich, touch, ku, ju. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruk, sich, touch, ku, ju. Hi, shake it out once more. So warming up. All right, feet together, hisugurachi, kamaite. All right, slowly warming up the legs. Maigari chudan, alternate each time. I'm going to start left side first. Just kick low for now if your legs aren't warm, okay?
Right.
Ich. Nice form though. Ni. San. Chi. Go. Ruk. Sich. Hach. Ku. And ju. 10 more. Ich. Ni. San. Chi. Go. Ruk. Sich. Hach. Ku. Ju. Ayame. Shake it out. Okay, touch your toes, round your ankles, whatever you need. I'm going to get started into our first drill. Alright, so our first drill, you just need one stance behind you and one stance in front of you, okay? Hi, Shizentai. Alright, from Shizentai, what I want you to do is take your left foot, you're going to step back on an angle, left foot to about 7 o'clock, down block front stance. Ich. Good. From here, opening up stance, coming forward, shitoke, back stance, knee. From here, using the back leg and the back hip, drive forward, gyakuzuki, san. Good. Now from here, coming towards the center, in the side, kiburachi, back foot straight. Chi. Once more, back leg, back hip, drive gyakuzuki. Go. Yame. Okay, that's the drill. The theme of the first half of the class is shifting from back stance to front stance. Making sure we use that back leg and that back hip to drive forward. Oftentimes what we see is students will move their foot and then their body. The hip should initiate that motion. So we're really going to work on that today. Nice Shizentai. Once more, left leg steps back, down block on an angle. Ich. Now, one count, shitoke, yakuzuki, knee. Now make sure hip initiates that motion. Okay, from here, back to straight, chi. Now back hip, go. Relax, shake it out, good. Ready? Ich. Knee, block, punch. Now, all in count, come back. Back to strike, yakuzuki, san. Recover. Good, shake it out. As you're doing this again, make sure back hip does that driving, right? And that back leg pushes into the explosive technique, right? Okay. When we're here, what I want to warn you, I'm going to go this way. What I want to warn you from is don't over-rotate your gyakuzuki, okay? Make sure you're nice and square when you do this. A lot of times, because we're pushing off that back hip, we really want to drive and we end up over-rotated this way, okay? Don't do that. Especially here, Very easy to over rotate. Make sure you're nice and square, right? Good. Shizentai. Still 3 counts. Itch. Let your body warm up. Knees. Check. Are you over rotated? Check your body. San. All 1 count on that last one. Good. Yame. So you'll notice that we're warming up with this drill. Has all 3 basic stances as well. So make sure when you're doing this, you hit your stances nicely. Nice sensei. Itch. Knees. San. Recover. Chi. Go. Roll. Recover. Good. Check that shoulder on that last one. I kind of feel like I'm over rotated, so make sure you check yourself, okay? Ready? Sit. Hut. Ku. Recover. Again, this drill also has different directions. Make sure you look before you go, right? Itch. Nick. San. Hey. Recover. Chi. Go. Roll. Hey. Recover. One more this count. Sit. Hutch. Ku. Hey. Yame. Hi, shake it out. These drills all have very basic movements, basic motions, but there's a lot to think about and a lot to get right. So take your time. No need to rush through it. Think about pushing and driving off that back leg, back hip. Right? Don't over rotate. And look before you go. Let's try all 1 count. No speed. Ready? Same side. Itch. Recover. One more thing I'm going to mention. As we're doing this technique, right, oftentimes what you'll see is that the student brings the foot backward and then they kind of punch. Make sure you're always moving toward your opponent. So if anything, your front foot should go inward, right? Okay, if it just goes across, that's fine. But ideally go a little bit forward towards your opponent. Never backward, okay? Because that means that your attack, right, isn't going forward, okay? One more thing to think about, right? Nice, shizentai. 2. Stay down and push in. Recover. 3. 4. Recover. 1 more. 5. Recover. All right, now we're going to go with some speed. All 1 count, same side. Shizentai. Itch. Hi. Recover.
Hey.
Once more. Stop. Hey. All right, now 2 more. Your own count, your best speed. So if that means slowing it down to get it right, that's fine. 2 more. Shizentai. That's right. Hey. Hey. Yummy. All right. Shake it out. Good. Now we're going to try other side. So make sure you have a little bit of space to the opposite angle, okay? You good?
Yeah.
All right, shizentai. Now, this time, steps to about 4 o'clock. Back and on an angle. Gate on breath. Itch. Good. Now from here, shutoke. Knee. Nice back stance. Drive off that back leg. Back hip forward. Gyakuzuki. San. Good. Now right leg comes back through the center. Out to the side. Oraken. Chi. Back leg, back foot drives. Go. Good. Yame. Recover. Good. I felt myself coming back a little bit on when I was pushing here. It's a constant self-check, right? Make sure that you're just checking all those little details. Nice shizentai. Right leg steps back. Itch. No speed. Knee. Shuto, okay? Some. Now to the side, back fist strike. Shi, keep it up. Big rotation. Nizekutsudachi Yakuzuki. Chi. Now make sure you're not over-rotated. Check yourself. Yame. Itch. Knee. Some. Chi. Go. Recover. Seach. Hutch. Coop. Juke. Itch. Yummy. And recover. Good. Let's try all one count, no speed. We have a lot to get through. Shizentai. All right, right side back, all one count. Itch. Recover. Make sure you're hitting each stance, driving off that back leg. Look before you go. Don't over-rotate and push towards the attacker, right? Lots of stuff. Knee. Yame. San. Recover. Chi. One more. Go. Recover. All right, shake it out. Good. Okay, we're ready for some speed. We're going to do 3 by my count and 2 your own count. Hey, Shizentai. Right side back first, all one count, with speed. Ready? Itch! Hey! Yame. Hey! Hey! Stop!
Hey!
Recover. All right, now 2 more. Your best effort, best speed. Shizentai. Ashime. Hey! Hey! Yummy. Now, right? And shake it out. Good. Okay, take a couple seconds. Breathe. Get some water if you need to. All right, Shizentai. Now we're going to add some feet. So let's warm up our legs a little bit more. Then we'll go back to the drill. All right, Mibi Heisudachi. Kumaite. Just going to do some side kicks to warm yourself up. You can do Keage, landing Kibarachi, then Yame, okay? Starting 10 to your left. Itch. Recover on your own. Knee. Make sure when you're doing this, you're driving into your opponent. San. Chi. Go. All right, next 5, your own count. Begin. sides. Make sure you have space to kick the other direction. Kisudachi, kumate. Right side, yokogeri keage. Landing kiburachi. Ich. Hey. Some. Chi. And go. Alright, next 5. Your own count. Eyes right. Stay down. Good foot position. Bring your knee up first. And Shizentai when you're done. Shake it out. Okay, so we're going to put kicks inside the drill with no hands. And ideally, actually, the hip motions are a little bit harder with the punches because it's more stop and go, right? Kicks are more of a rolling hip technique, okay? Should be hopefully a little bit easier to implement the kicks. Shizentai. All right, we're going to start with, I think we started this way, right? Left side back first. So we're going to step back. Right, just make the stance, or no, we started the other way. Left leg back to 7 o'clock. 1. Now in place, back leg, just kick in place. 2. Now, we're going to step forward, land in back stance first. Maeashi maegeri in place. 3, all one count. Land the stance first, because that forces you, right? Hip, roll the hip forward, just like we were doing. 1, 2, but it's a little bit more natural with the hips, okay? Now here comes the next part. We're going to come up, yokogeri keage, right? Keage, then land, maegeri in place, okay? So when we do the side snap kick, almost feeling is that you're in kiburachi, right? But then you're going to step open and kick with that back leg, all right? So we're in front stance here. Count number 2, 3. Stepping to the side, yokogeri keage, maegeri. Okay? Go ahead. 3. Okay, once more, it's that same hip that we did, right? Back fist strike, Gyakuzuki, the same hip motion. Okay? Yame, should feel a lot more natural though, because you're not stopping between. That's what makes it a little bit harder with the punches. Alright, Shizentai. Step back left leg, pitch your stance, maegeri right away. Ich. Good, no hands. Now from here, step into stance first, maeashi maegeri, maegeri in place. Knee. Okay, now look to your side, yokogeri, and then maegeri. San. Good, recover. Alright, let's try. Ready? Ich. Knee. San. And recover. Good. Chi. Stance. Kick. Go. Stance. Kick. Kick. Siege. Good. Recover. Okay, as you're doing this, try to stay down. I recognize that it's very difficult transitioning from the second to the third part of the drill. From here, try to stay down, right? Very easy to come up, shift your weight back, in, stay down, and kick, okay? Drill requires a lot of ankle, knee, and leg strength, okay? But that's good. All right, Shizentai. Same thing, one more time, 3 counts. Ich. Knee. San. Recover. All right, let's try the drill all one count, okay? Ready? Ich. Move those hips. And recover. One more time. Knee. Don't forget to look where you're going. Yame. And don't drop your hands when you kick. I think I did that, so don't do that. All right, we're going to go right into speed. I'm running out of time. I still have a couple things I want to cover. So just twice the speed, okay?
Right.
Nice, she's in tight. Hey! Recover. One more. Don't rush yourself. Don't ruin your technique just to try to go fast. Nate! Hey! Yummy. Now check it out. Good. We're going to do other side. Slowly. Ready? Step back with that right leg to about 4 o'clock. Front stance. My Gary in place. Itch. I know I'm kind of blowing through this quickly, but I want to get to a lot of stuff today. All right. From here, remember, step first. Back stance. My Ashi, my Gary. My Gary off the back leg. Knee. Okay, make sure you have space to the right. Yoko Gary Keage. Turn your hips. My Gary. San. And yame. Good. Same thing. Itch. Knee. Make your stance first. San. Recover. One more time. That count. Chi. Go. And roll. Recover. All right. One time, 2 times, all one count, no speed, okay? Then we'll do twice with speed. Shizen tight. Ready. Itch. As soon as your feet are set, go to the next technique. Recover. I'm going to move over just a little bit. Knee. And recover. All right. Now twice with speed, okay? Shizen tight. Itch.
Hey!
Recover. Make sure your hips are rolling back and forth. Hip initiates the motion. Don't let your legs do all the work. Last one. Nate. Yame. And bow. Shake it out. Recover. Good. So whenever Greg and I teach a class, we always try to think of a common theme. And I've really been thinking about Han Yondan. And among all of the things that Han Yondan teaches, it teaches us to drive with our kicking techniques. So we're going to kind of apply the same concept that we were just thinking about in our drills to 2 parts of that kata. Okay? So, very quickly, I want everybody to meet me in back stance, morote uke. Okay? So we're in this technique here. Augmented block. Morote uke. Kamaete. And make sure you have space to your left. We're going to do the side snapping kick. Elbow strike, okay? All right, so from the drill, what we learned today is our hips, right? Our hips are facing shomen, right? Our hips are forward, right? Full face. And what we're going to do, back with strike, use that back leg, back hip, to drive into the embuchi, okay? A lot of times what we see as instructors, students will kick in place, kind of put their foot down, and then the elbow strike. That's not correct. Senior students should know, right? Technique is driving off that back leg. This should really be a very, very strong technique. All your weight is going into this elbow strike. Just like, same idea, right? Or same idea. It's the same thing that we were practicing, right? Except kicking and then strike. Okay, so let's try that a few times. All right, come on, take from here. I'm sorry, I should say, are we ready? Good, so 1 count, meet me up here. 1. Now back the strike, moving into the target, elbow strike. 2. Good, recover. Come all the way back to back stance. It's that same idea, right? It's that quick flip from one stance to another, driving with that back hip and that back leg, okay? Crucial. Recover. San. Shi. Recover. Feeling is that you're almost going to lose your balance, right? You're pushing so much that you have to put your foot down and make that strike or you're going to fall on your face, okay? Recover. Go. Roll. Recover. All right, now try it 3 times, your own count. That same motion. You don't have to stop here. You can if you want. All right, begin. And it may not be perfect. You might feel like you're falling over, but that's good. It means you're pushing yourself. All right, keep working. One more. All right, now we're here. Stay here. Got to do the other side, right? From here, half, half. Let's just meet here. So left side is bent, right leg is up, prepared to kick. Same thing, other side. Kick, strike. 1, 2. Good. Remember, hip drives that foot down. Recover. All in count. 3. Recover. Drive. What I tell my students at the dojo is, so go into the kicking position. And what you want to pretend is that your target is just out of reach with the kick. So he drives forward. That's it. That's the feeling. You want to be pushing forward with your hip. You don't want to kick over this leg and then drive. That's not correct. Okay, 2 more. Ready? Itch. Recover. 1 more. Knee. Recover. Okay, so I want you to take that piece and work on it your own time. I'm running out of time here and I want to get 1 more. So that can be applied, that feeling of pushing forward, to the rest of the kata, right? We're here. We kick, punch, punch. The kick, right? You have to shift your weight, shift your hip, pushing into the technique. Oftentimes, beginner practitioners, intermediate, have a hard time getting back to their spot in hand yondan. A lot of it is angles, but it's also driving towards the technique. Okay? All right, last one from hand yondan that I'm going to talk about today that applies to our drill. Once more, meet me left side forward. Morete uke, kamaite. So we're in that back stance position. What I want you to do now is you're going to drive off that back leg, right? Making the target for hizagiri. All right? So just from here, drive off that back leg, pushing in, making a target. Itch. Good. Recover, right? This can also be a grab. We've talked about this in some of our classes. This can also be, right, blocking technique or blocking technique on the outside, then a grab and strike. So whatever you think of, right, could also be grabbing, poking eyeballs, whatever you think about in that position. For now, I'm just saying target. Can be whatever you think. Hi, kamate. Morete uke, back stance. Ready? Again, don't move the foot and then push. Drive with that back leg. Itch. Recover. Oh, we're just going to stop there. Yep. Knee. Recover. Stop. Recover. Cheat. Back. 1 more. Go. Good. All right, now I want you to start the same thing. Start from back stance. Shift. Whoops. Shift. Strike. Turn. Just so you can get that feeling of all one motion. Again, when you're here, drive towards the opponent, right? So hizagiri, knee strike doesn't work if I'm going up, right? That's not the technique. Technique is in towards your partner or opponent. All right, 3 times your own count, starting from back stance. Ready? That's right. And then turn. should always even out our body, okay? Last training. Right side forward. Morete uke. Kamaite. Okay, might feel a little funny. We don't do this in the kata, but still, right? We might need to defend ourselves. Blocking here. Push. Just pushing and then come back, okay? Itch. Recover. Knee. Remember, drive off that back leg. Stop. Cheek. One more. Go. Recover. Okay, now I want you to do the same thing. Opposite leg. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So it's like you're doing a kata mirror image, okay? 3 times. Ready? Straight. And recover. Good, all right. That's my section of our training today. So we're going to take a quick water break. Thank you so much. Greg's going to be up next. Feet together, right? Os.
Quick break for me too. Get some water, stretch out. Just 30 seconds or a minute, not long. All right, if you're not already ready to go, find your spot again. We'll bow back in and get started on and finishing up this hour. Okay, Sudrach, great.
Os.
Okay, Shintai, find your spot. So when, like Debbie said, when we were talking about kind of a topic or a theme, and she kind of was talking about this idea of driving in from the back leg, for kicking from back stance, I thought of, well, how can I extend that? What can I do to continue that theme? And so, kind of with her help, we identified some parts in kata that kind of go further with that turn. So we'll work on some other parts of kata that force you to drive off your back leg in a big way, and hopefully you see some kind of applications of this for a lot of other parts of your training. Okay, so we'll work on some parts of kata empi first, and we'll keep it also kind of similar in terms of moving from back stance. Okay, so just watching me. So you may remember, eventually in kata empi, we're here, and then from this position we turn and we go here. This is about 3/4 of the width of the kata. All right, so we're going to work on just this turn and then the first kind of block. So we're going to be in back stance. You can watch me. We'll start right leg forward. I'm going to do this side to side instead of facing the camera. That way my back isn't to you, and I'd encourage you to do the same. That way you can always see the camera or see your video. Okay, so all we're going to do from back stance, remember we were going from kind of hips here or here to in, so kind of like a 90-degree turn at the most. So now we're just taking this turn and going a little bit more than 90 degrees. Our hips are going to be from here, from 45 degrees. Our hips are going to turn all the way. We're kind of turning behind us. So a bigger turn. So this, we have to make sure that we are pushing in. It's kind of a tough turn to do. All right, so everybody up. Right foot, migi, right foot forward. Koputarach, back stance, kumate, and shuto uke. All right, so first count. This leg is a little bit bent. Make sure, think about pushing down more. Sorry, front stance. Get on barai. Ready? Each. All right, so good, nice long low stance. And then just to kind of finish the hip, make sure your stance is correct. Age, rising. Age, zuki. Knee. Good. All right, back to where you were. And just turn back. Migi. Shuto uke. All right, same thing. Bend the knees. Make sure not in. Hami, half face. Ich. And then agezuki. Knee. The hip now has to turn in. And good. Back. All right, good. So this is a bigger turn, but this leg, even though it's a little bit straight, it has to still push in. All right, this is actually really challenging. Ready? Ich. Knee. San. A couple more times, then I'll give you an idea. Ready? Shi. Half face, hami. Go. And full face, zen. Recover, yame. One more time. Migi, shuto, okay. Ready? H. Half face, hami. Knee. Recover. All right. One count. Half face, hami, full face. Your goal, you've got to get your whole body, big turn, without overcommitting yet. Ready? H. Knee, recover. Good. So nice big turn. Focus on this leg. Nice and bent. Front stance. Ready? Knee. Recover. One more time. Sa. Yame. Shake it out. So your leg is probably tired, hopefully, if you're doing it right. Okay, so something to really think about. All right, as you turn with this back foot, if you're not careful, if you turn on the ball of your foot, your heel is going to go away. So even if it's not natural for you, try to think about turning the foot right at the beginning. So right when you turn your hand, the foot gets in position. The difference, right, is if I turn on my heel, then, I'm here. If I turn on the ball of my foot, that's a big difference of where my heel is. So you want to think about going in this way. Don't let the heel escape. Try to keep your heel here and turn that foot and push your weight in. All right, let's try. Okay? All on count. Like Debbie had said, your weight is driving this way. Ready? Right side, Migi Kobutsudachi. H. Gedanbarai Agizuki. All on count. Knee, recover. Two more by my count. With speed. B. Recover. One more time. Stop. And yame. All right, shake out your leg. I want to give you a chance to make sure you're fresh. 3 more, your own count. Power and speed. All right. Our goal is to, again, drive your weight in, turn your hips, make sure you're controlled when you land in front stance. All right. Migi Kobutsudachi. Mate. Shuto okay. 3 times your count. Ready? Hajime. Yame when you're finished. Just shake it out. Okay, other side real quick. This will be a little bit different, right? So, now I'm going to look this way. Hidari, left side, back stance. Kamate, Kobutsudachi, and Shuto uke. All right. So not straight, right? Always a little bit bent. So that as you turn, pushing, you can still push forward into stance. All right. Slowly. Hami, half face. Gedanbarai, right side. Each. Now, Agezuki, rising punch. Knee. Good, and Yame recover. Back to the start. Again, turn, Gedanbarai. Each. Knee. Recover. Focus, hips, turning, body turning, weight, front leg. San, cheap, angle. All right. One count, Gedanbarai, Agezuki. Ready? Each. Knee, recover. Knee. Recover. Again. Stop. And recover. All right. You know what you're doing. Give me 3 more, your own count. Good speed and power. 3 times. Your count. Ready? Schmidt. I think I let my heel escape. Try to drive your weight in. Yame when you're finished. finished your 3. Check it out. Okay. So, got to empty has got us making a quick turn from back stance. It's got a harder turn. Okay, there's a harder part of it, a more difficult place to turn from. We'll work on that next. Right? So, most of you, if you do the kata, you know you eventually end up in this position. Kosadachi, body facing forward, and you have to turn out. From a bent leg, has to push, and really push your weight this way. Good balance, get on barai. And some of you probably taught leaning a lot, maybe a little bit, be back straight. You can do what you like to do at that end. But what we're going to do is kosadachi, this position, pushing out. So it's not just pushing this way, your body turns. It's both. It's really hard, right? So it's not just away, the hips have to turn. It's get on barai. All right, so turn as you go. Let's try. So everyone from the camera, Migi, turn to the right. Right leg forward, Migi. Kosadachi. So, same knee as front stance, left leg touching. Shin on the calf. Okay? And block, punch, feel, protect. All right, slowly, first count. Push, left leg, low, get on barai, half face. Ich, and knee, recover. All right, good, let's recover again. All right, just get your balance first. Push and twist the hips. Knee, push, twist. Some. Good, recover. Use that front knee, push and twist. Chi, push, twist. Go. Rook, one more time. Teach. Hatch. Good, and coup. All right. Three times by my count with speed. Okay? Let's try. Ready. Peach. Knee. San. Good. So all one count, you can block it on barai. And then change block it on barai. All right, so one count. 1, 2. All one count. Ready? Good speed power. Me. Twist the hips, push the leg. One more. Ready? Chi. Go, recover. Check it out. Okay, so you got your legs. Your legs should be tired if you're using them correctly. All right. So we're going to get some more time from kosadachi in a moment, but let's switch legs real quick, okay? So we just did it from Migi, your right side forward. Turn to your left. Hidari. Hidari, left leg forward. Kosadachi. Right foot behind. Right. Left foot facing straight. Right foot behind. Okay. So left hand up high. Right hand low. Step. Left hand. Get on barai. Right leg, Migi, front stance. Slowly. Ready? So you're a cork. So tight, together, contract. Next count, expand your shoulders. Ready? Knee. Some. And chi, recover. Okay, so there's expansion, contraction, most of the Shotokan techniques. This is as contracted as we get. Small, 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 small. Ready? Left foot forward. Right foot behind. Left hand up high. Knee, expand. Some. Good, recover. Again. Left foot forward. Left hand up high. Ready? Some. Chi. Recover. One more time. Use that front leg. Push. And same time you push, twist the hip a little bit. Chi. Go. Okay. Slowly, all one count. Get on barai, get on barai. Some of you adjust the foot, that's fine. Whatever you like to do. Ready? All one count, slowly. Each. Knee, recover. Ready? Slowly. Knee. Recover. One more time. Sa. Shake it out for a second. Now a little bit of power and speed. Okay, by my count. This isn't your natural side for kata, so this will feel worse. Do your best. Just don't fall over. Okay. Hidari. Turn to your left. Left foot forward. Kosadachi. Hidari. Left hand up high. Right hand up. Ready? By my count. Sorry, with speed. H. Then you recover. 2 more. Relax. Up. She. Focus on that first block. First block most important. Up. She. Yame. Shake it out. Okay. So, MP gives us that position. But a lot of you, before you even get to MP, you're learning to push out of kosadachi from a different kata, right? Basara. First kind of advanced kata, brown belt kata. First movement, we end up in that position. So to me, maybe that's, I don't know how much harder it is, pretty similar, movement for the most part. But maybe easier, right? Think about MP. Kind of hard. Leaning, Genambarai, different. So in Basarai, get to stay upright, don't have to lean, but this push is simple. Okay, so we'll do the next few movements of Basarai, thinking about what Debbie has working on, which is once you're beginning a movement, it's that hip. That hip turning is what's driving your body, so we'll try. So, watch me first. We're from the kata from here. This is the kata position. Migi, Migi, right side, right? Pushing, right? So from here, driving as you turn, not full face. You have to hold back a little for half. That's what's harder about this. I think it's very difficult. This isn't much different than hand goran. Hand goran gives us practice. All right, turn. All right, but hand goran is easier because we're full face. Okay, so we're going to go hami, zemi, and then we'll keep going. Same idea. The hips have to move the foot and turn. That one's full face half. We'll try together, okay? Right side, Miki. Right side forward. You finish the first movement of Basarai. So everybody slowly, keep that front knee bent. Push. Big, strong front stance. Same with Tadachi. Ich. Good. Now the second one from Hami. Try to get at least full face. Knee. This is Uchi Udeo. Oh, Yaku, I guess. All right, now turning. Back foot, back hip. Push across. Try not to go away. If you can with this foot, try to think about in. So from here, everybody first wind up here. Each. Now step. Hip and hand together. Knee. Good. Under. Uchireike. Knee. Very good. Back to the start. Okay, so the reason we're doing this will help us with our content, that's great. But our theme today is the idea of hip, moving your feet. Thinking about driving your weight in. So Basarai, right, MP was doing that. Now Basarai, push that weight. Push that weight, okay? Let's try. A few more minutes, ready? Right side forward, first count, under the arm. Half face, ich. And uchi in place, knee. All right, beginners, or if you're learning, set up. Right hand low, left hand high. Look over your shoulder, next count. Step, strong hip, knee. And now, hami, G. Good, back again. Okay, we're just gonna do the comfortable side from kata. So this is more comfortable for most of us. Ready? First count, stay half face, hami. Ich, strong, but not here. Hami. Ready? Knee. All right. Now strong, turn the hip. Drive your weight. So watch my weight. My weight didn't really go anywhere. I want your weight, your body, to think about going in. Ready? Knee. Stop. Good. Chi. One more time by that count. Ich. Hami. This is uchi, half face. Knee. Good. to set up first, that's fine. Otherwise, seniors go from here. Big turn. Knee. Drive that hip. Good. Stop. Chi. All right. 2 counts. First count is each knee. 1 count. Second count. 1, 2.
Hey.
Let's try. Your focus, just like we did at the beginning of class today, using your hips to drive your feet and your weight forward. Let's try. Ready? Hey! 2 movements. Hold, hold, hold. Check your balance. Ready? Next 2 movements. Hey! Good. Recover. Right foot forward every time. Again. Top. Use your feet. Use that bent leg. Bent leg has to push, right? Bent leg pushing in. Top. Chi. All right. Last 3 are going to be your own count. 3 times your own count. That whole sequence. Ready? Let's try. Yoi. Right leg forward. Right arm up. 3 times your own count. Spit. Drive with your legs and your hips together. I was counting already.
I think that's 3.
Good. Relax when you're finished. Catch your breath. Good. Real quick. Arms just forward. Cooling yourself down. We'll finish with a kata because kata's fun. Arms side to side. Arms backwards. Twist. Relax facing forward. All right, just one last kata, cooling down. Everybody, heian shodan. We don't have a lot of space. Stay inside of a square. We switch feet every time. You can just keep your left foot in place or right foot in place. Do heian shodan best you can. Ready?
Heian shodan.
Yo. Hi. On my count. Ready? H. Knee nice and relaxed. Low stance. Stretch out. San. Shi. Go. Rock. Siege. Use your feet and hips together. Hach. Ku. Hai.
Hey.
Jump. H. Knee. Stomp. Cheek. Oh. Rook. Siege.
Hey.
Up. Hach. Ku. Ju. Ich. Ayame. And now. How you good? And that's it for us today, okay? Thank you very much for training with us. We appreciate you forcing us to train and sweat at home. Happy that no interruptions from our kids this time. That was great. So that's pretty much it. Anything else?
Just want to say thank you to Martin and Naja for having us again. We always enjoy being on this group. We think what you guys have been doing is phenomenal. You guys are continually doing it, even while people are back in the dojo. So we really appreciate that, and we're happy to be a part of your movement.
For sure. And I'd say one of the things I forgot about saying for my own part, and she said for her part, is we don't envision these drills as like helping you just with kata or being kata drills. We were really thinking of like what are things to help you with partner training when you can do that, you know, fighting, moving, sparring applications. So really think about the things we did today. How can they help you in things of your part of your karate other than just kata? So make the katas better, but this driving hopefully helps other techniques that you do. That's it. Suraj, great. All right, thank you again. Thanks for training with us. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your week, day, wherever you are.